See if they can hear you. We're live, just waiting for people to come on. Got 2 on up to now. Good evening, Julie. Hello, everybody joining us.
Guys, can you put your thumbs up if you can hear me on this microphone? Because we're being
Hi, Martin. Hi, everybody just joining us. Can anybody give us a thumbs up if they can hear Bev? Because she's got her microphone on tonight. We just want to know if you can hear us. Good evening, Amanda. Hi, Sonia. Hello, Anne. Good evening, James. Any thumbs up, guys? Can you hear our Bev? Good evening, Emma. Hello, Alan. Hello, everybody joining. Good evening, Kizzy. Good evening, Christine. Can everybody hear us okay, guys? If you can just give us a thumbs up or just comment in the comments below. Just so we know that you can hear us all right, please.
Your thumbs going up when we need to unplug really quick.
Yeah. Hello, Heather. Hi, Tracy. Can everybody hear us, guys? Bev's really quiet. Right, because we've got a microphone on, but if it's not working, can hear Kate but not Bev. Thanks, Rach. Right, we'll just bear with us 1 minute, then we're going to take this microphone out at phone. Gosh, just a second. Just got to take this out. Got to take it out. Can't hear Bev. That's it, you have that. Sorry guys, we're just going to put you back in stand. Just bear with us 2 minutes, sorry, we're chucking you about. Right, we've got 245 on.
Can you hear me, guys, if I speak up?
Can you hear any better now?
Can you hear me now?
Hello, everybody joining. Can you give us a like and a share, please, guys?
Like,
share to your friends, share to groups, share to pages. Invite your friends, your family.
Your neighbours, your exes, your best mates.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Pauline. Hello, Margaret. Good evening, Jean. Hello, Suzanne. Can you hear us okay, guys?
Can you hear me?
No one's commenting. Hi. Good evening, Anne. Hi, Anna. Thank you so much for your stars, everybody. I can see some people send stars. Thanks for your stars, Sandra. Hi, Bonnie. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Amanda. Hi, Jean. Hi, Lisa. We've got 287. 291. Can anybody just comment below, please? Can you hear us? Thank you, Sarah. Can hear Bev better now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear Bev better. Right.
Good evening and welcome to Retford Ghost Hunters for our part 2 in the historical city of beautiful York. Tonight, myself and Kate will be walking round giving you history and stories of the paranormal, including sightings, some of which are absolutely fabulous. Bear with us with the sound, guys. We have tried the microphones. We've actually sat laughing because trying to test them, getting them working, but you're just going to have to put up with what we've got. So tonight, we're starting off at Micklegate Bar. Let me tell you that a lot of the time we're going to focus on the buildings and the architecture rather than our beautiful faces. So, point up there.
So this is Micklegate Bar, everybody, just join in.
So this is one of the gateways from the former times, the place, when the heads of traitors will be placed on top on wooden spikes. They'll be hung, drawn and quartered, and then at the centre post that you can see on the top, I'm hoping you can see it, the heads will be placed at each side to deter people specifically traitors, anybody treason from doing so. In particular, when they did behead them, sometimes they put the heads in tar, so it preserved them longer, but also it looked more grotesque for people that were looking at them. Or they'd boil the heads and put cumin on top of the heads to stop the birds pecking at their eyeballs and the flesh. Which sounds lovely, really.
Lovely.
It is said as well that as the heads deteriorated, parts of them would fall on passers-by underneath, walking through the gate into the city.
Thank you for your comments, everybody, and thank you so much for your stars already, guys. So it is quite noisy, so I'm just going to show you these old buildings as well at the side. It's just, yeah, you can hear us all right. Thank you for comments. I'm just going to try and turn you up on the side as well, just to see if that helps. Yeah, they can hear you all. Yeah, that's fine.
Fantastic.
Great, brilliant.
So, in particular, there was 2 executions. There's only a couple of spirits that are actually seen from most of the beheadings that happened here. So the execution of 22 Jacobite rebels who had taken up arms to support Bonnie Prince Charles in 1745. Of these, only 2 were selected to have their heads spiked. In 1754, the heads vanished one night, and it was later found that a Catholic tailor named William Arundel had stolen them and given them a burial out of compassion for his fellow Catholics. The government found out and feared that other people had started doing this, so to teach him a lesson, they sent him to prison for 2 years. He was fined £5 and ordered to hand over surety of £200, so he would not do it again.
Ooh.
So that's one of them. And the other one, if you want to tell the story, Kate.
It said, well, years and years ago, there was a guy that they actually lived up in this. They lived here, didn't they, Bev?
Yeah.
Somewhere in this tower, a gentleman lived there. He was responsible for the locking and opening of the gates as people would come in and come out on a daily basis. Now, he lived here with his family and his 17-year-old daughter. Now, his 17-year-old daughter, when she turned 17, she had a family gathering, some friends come over to a family home, and somehow these keys got misplaced. Now, it said they searched all over, they couldn't find the keys whatsoever. The authorities found out, and obviously he actually lost his job, obviously. His house, everything. And that was the end of that. But then there was another bit, wasn't there, Bev, you said?
Yeah, her father after that refused to ever speak to her again. So she was called Sarah. She was then seen for the rest of her life walking up and down this area, searching every crook, cranny where she could, in bins, the streets, just searching for these keys until she did pass away. And it's been seen, her spirit has been seen. You'll see a young girl walking up and down round here, looking aimlessly, still looking for these keys. So she's still about. There is a monk as well that is seen round here. There is a monastery that used to be here just up the road from us, on right hand side.
Just behind those buildings there.
Yeah, he's seen walking round. There's also Dick Turpin, when he was captured. He was actually fetched through this gateway while sitting on a cart on top of his own coffin to be taken to be hung, drawn and quartered.
It was up at the gallows on the Knavesmire, weren't it?
Yeah.
The York Racecourse.
There's also the famous chap of, is it Northumberland?
Lord 7th Earl of Northumberland, Lord Percy, yeah.
So
he lost his head. Well, he was hung, drawn and quartered. His 4 body parts were sent to all 4 different parts of the country, and then eventually, after about 2 years, his people who looked up to him kind of decided to take the head down.
But his body had already been buried.
Yeah, his body was already buried at the bottom of the shambles in a churchyard, and that's the chap.
Bear with, guys.
Just bear with us a minute while this goes by. Shall we stand over here, Beth? Just going to move you over here. So his body was buried at one of the churchyards at the bottom of the shambles, And obviously,
remember where his body was
because it
buried.
was 2 years had passed, they decided then to obviously take his head down. Couldn't remember where his body was buried, and they gave it a burial in the churchyard opposite to where his body had actually been buried after they sent the parts of the body back up to York. And that's why his body has been seen at the bottom of the shambles. A headless figure has been seen roaming up and down looking for his head.
He's actually been seen, and it's during the daytime. He's actually seen. There's benches you can sit on in the churchyard where the graves are, and there was a particular young woman that was sat there on one of the benches during the day, and she noticed someone walking towards her, and as he got closer she realised that this person didn't have a head.
Yeah.
So he's another one that's well known for being here. So we are gonna
make our way down now. We're gonna go down towards train station, aren't we, Bev?
We certainly are.
Yeah. So we've got, if you can bear with us. So thank you for everybody joining us tonight. Sorry about the noise. It is quite noisy being up Main Road.
It is on this bit, but the city's a bit quieter than last time,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. So it's a bit quieter in the city centre tonight. There's not half as many cars as what there were when we came
As
last
you can
week.
imagine, as you go through that gate, if you can look up, in times gone by, it all used to be horses and carts that used to do deliveries. They'd pick up corpses, they'd deliver food, meat to the shambles. But sometimes the horses would go rogue and they'd be running through these narrow streets and they'd kill a lot of people. You will find that there is spirits of people outside buildings. There was a story further up where a chap was outside a building but quite high up doing some work, and this horse and cart which had got away from its owner actually knocked him off and he was killed. He haunts outside the pavement just a bit further up. There's children that have been run over that haunt in the streets as well. So that's just to name a few.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for all your stars. Thank you so much. I can see that you're all sending stars, but the comments are just flying by. So sorry, I'm not ignoring you. It's just because it's going by so quickly. So there's four bars in York. You're going first, Beth. So the bars were obviously like a fortress. So anybody coming in and out couldn't just come in and out willy-nilly. They had to obviously, like they say, gain permission. I think it's the royal family, wasn't it? Had to gain permission to come through Monkgate Bar.
Well, now it's Lord Mayor.
But now it's does he have to grant it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord Mayor, he has to give permission for people coming. So we're just taking you down. This is what going down towards the train station.
So you can see the York City walls are above us here, guys. Now that's the medieval part you can see on top. There's not much of the Roman parts left. It'll take you 2 hours to actually walk round. It'll actually take you 2 hours to walk round the entire wall which goes round the city of York.
Yeah.
And there's only certain, if you ever think about doing it, there's only certain parts you can get back down. So you will be taking quite a while. Make sure you got water and when you're walking round.
Is it about 2 miles long or something? All circumference all the way round.
Yeah.
So it is quite a long walk. But there is some nice views as well once you get up there.
There's also still parts of medieval buildings when you're looking over the wall. You can see graves as well.
Yeah.
In certain parts of the wall, there's arrow marks. There's the stonemasons' marks. You can see as you're walking round. But in parts, you will see Roman parts of the wall. But I know part of it went into disrepair, and they asked if they could knock it down, but before people said no you can't, they'd knocked it down. But I think the 19th century they actually started building it back up again, so most of it's intact except for some of the towers. And I don't know whether that there, you see them lines that look like, whether that's a Roman part, but we can't really see it.
Yeah. Can everybody still hear us okay, both? Can everybody hear us both okay? Yeah, it is our breath, guys, so it is quite foggy and misty and damp, so it will be our breath. Yeah.
So, the actual Roman walls survived into the 9th century. But it was invaded by the Danish Vikings, and the Vikings buried the existing Roman wall under earth banks and topped with wood spikes, a tall fence and posts with stakes on.
Thanks, Rach. Yes, loud and clear. That's called the Caneros. So I believe that this is where the original train station was that came through York, but they decided to then move it over the road. Now, Victorian is the train station here in York, and I think during one of the wars it got hit heavily, didn't it, by the bombs?
Yeah. It would actually started off as a wooden shed. It hoods, didn't it? A shed or something.
Wooden structure.
Yeah, it was a wooden structure.
So you can see the walls as we approach the train station, just up there to the left. Hi everybody joining. So we've come out a little bit further out of York Centre tonight, but we're going to eventually make us way back into the centre because we've got some history and ghost stories.
We might briefly touch on ones we've already told you, and that's for people that didn't join us last time.
Yeah.
But we've got plenty of additions.
Yeah.
Whether we get through it all.
Yeah.
Again.
We're not going to have to do a part 3, are we? So, just show you the walls still.
We won't be walking around the wall this evening, thank goodness. It's
No,
closed.
yeah. They close the gates off on an evening. I think it's open a little bit later in the summer. I'm not sure exactly the times on that, but you can still come in an evening, summertime, and have a walk round.
Guys, at Montgate Bar, where we've just been, there is actually a museum you can go to, which is well worth a visit, and that's got spirits haunting there as well.
Yeah.
But there's some nice things and some good things to see, interesting stuff.
Train station there. It looks light over at walls, doesn't it?
Yeah. They are quite high, you know, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So, is everybody okay this evening? Hope you've all had a good day. Other than this, ladies. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you. I'm trying to read your comments and walk at the same time, so just open up, bang into a lamppost or something.
I'll laugh if you do.
No, don't. I had enough last time with Bird.
I was just thinking, if any trees at Pigeon, take 2.
No, we're not going down Lady Peckett's yard, are we?
Oh, I don't know, my ass.
Yeah, so going back to the story of Lady Peckett, guys, I don't know if you can remember on the last live, if you joined us for that, we went down a Snicket Way where Lady Peckett, so Lady Peckett was the husband to, well, she wife to Lord Peckett, who was Lord Mayor. And they say that when you're a Lord Mayor, you're a Lord Mayor for a year and a day. And the lady, his wife, becomes a lady for forever and a day. So she always remained with that title of being a lady, even though her husband was only Lord for a year and a day.
Lady.
So this is here, I'm just going to bring you here, guys. So this is the cholera graves.
Burial ground.
Yeah. So it says here that 185 victims were buried here, and I think there's only, I think it's about 4 or 5 great, 20 surviving memorial stones. So back in 1832, that's when the plague came over originally from, it hit a few times, but the very first time was in 1832 when it came over from India, and eventually with the ports and everything coming over, the shipping, it eventually reached its way up to York. And then it was a gentleman born early 1800s. He was a doctor, a physician. He was born in York, and he was the one that came up with the idea to separate the sewer water from the drinking water, because they first of all thought that the plague was from dirty air, but it wasn't. It was from. So he was the one that actually decided and came up with the solution and found a, you know, like a cure for it. So obviously they started separating the.
This is a big one, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's quite a few graves. Sorry, I'm just chucking yous about. I know. So we can't really read it, obviously. But yeah, it's so sad, isn't it? It's nice to see that we've come a long way, haven't we, since then? But you can't imagine, can you, how they must have suffered.
And at least they're looking after, and it's terrible because thousands of people died. To say there's only 20 sandstone gravestones left.
Yeah.
You know,
it's more, so... Yeah, so these are just the few that are left. Obviously, there was 185 in total. But like I say, we said on the last live that everywhere you basically walk in York, you're walking over gravestones. Because there was originally 48 churches, 8 monasteries and 1 cathedral, a minster in York. And every church, every monastery had a graveyard, which obviously now there's only 26 churches surviving. And they've all been just basically buried over because they couldn't rebury the...
Well, King Henry VIII got rid of most of the churches, and the only reason he saved the Minster was he wanted an Anglican church. So that's the only reason Minster's still here today.
Yeah.
And we're saved, luckily. And the odd few churches, isn't there? But obviously not as old.
So can you still see the walls, guys? It's still, it just goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
If you're looking at the Christmas lights, guys, what appears to be Christmas lights, they were here last time. I'm sure it's been at the Chinese New Year recently, or something of that. So I don't know whether it's to do with that. Absolutely stunning architecture. These buildings are mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, look at this great big massive hotel here, look. How stunning is that? Absolutely beautiful. And there's a big monument here. This is for the... Yeah. Look at that, guys. Hi everybody, just joining. So we've just basically started as a little tour around York. So look at how grand that is, babe. Isn't that beautiful?
Stunning.
Jeez.
20 spirits in there.
Yeah, I bet. And it goes right down.
Planning on going round?
Yeah, because we go up to the St Leonard's Hospital and St Mary's Abbey.
The Ouse is still flooded.
Yeah, so obviously we've had a bit of rain here, and it's still a little bit flooded, isn't it, Bev? Like you said.
It is.
Look at that. It's beautiful. It's so high, isn't it?
So this has been the centre of the railway management since 1840. The building now the headquarters of the British Rail Eastern Region, and it was the head office of the North Eastern Railway from 1906, designed by William Bell and Horace Field. The badges above of the York and North Midland Railway. The Leeds Northern Railway is on the left. Newcastle and Berwick Railway is on the right, which formed the North Eastern Railway in 1854 and in 1923 became part of the London and North Eastern Railway.
Yeah.
That's a lot of railways in them sentences, wasn't it?
Yeah. How many times did you say it?
I think I must have said it 20 times then.
Say it one more time, Ben.
No, I don't
Go
want
on,
to.
just one more.
Give me Tourette's.
Go on.
Give me Tourette's, all that.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's nice that they've saved a lot of the history, like we said before, because a lot of towns and that haven't, unfortunately, but I think it became quite big with tourists, didn't it, in the 70s and 80s, when they did the historical architectural dig on Coppergate, where the Jorvik Viking Centre is now, and that's where they discovered the actual real Viking village and remains. But they say that 10, 15 deep down under the ground, there is obviously a lot of Roman York left. Roman roads, Roman artefacts have been found, including the Viking poo.
Wow. What, about 20 centimetres long, wasn't it?
20 centimetres long, which is on display in the Jorvik Museum, the Jorvik Viking Museum. So
we actually passed, as we were going down to Micklegate Bar, the convent where Mary Clitheroe's hand. Is it,
Yeah, Bar Convent, yeah.
Hand is
Margaret,
in there.
yeah, so Margaret Clitheroe, we said on the last live, she married to a butcher in the Shambles. She was about when the Protestants were about, and obviously she turned Catholic, and obviously it was a big no-no, the Reformation of Henry VIII, and she used to allow priests into her home, and so as a punishment she in fact she got arrested a couple of times for it and sent to prison. And on the last one, somebody had gone to the authorities and told her that she was letting priests use her home, and she was arrested for it, and she was tried, found guilty, and she was brought to Ouse Bridge, where she was had a thing down on her, laid her down with a rock underneath her back. She was forced to lay down on it. Her own front door was then placed on her, and heavy boulders, 800 pounds worth of weight, was placed on top of this door to crush her. So you can imagine the rock underneath her back. And just before, the guys that were putting the rocks on her body couldn't believe that she wasn't responsive, although she was still alive. She wouldn't plead or cry. She said nothing at all. And then I got some drunk. So these two gentlemen said, no, I'm not putting any more weights on her. So they paid for two people who were stood in the audience to put the rest of the weights on. Unfortunately, she took 15 minutes to die, and it's said that unfortunately she didn't die alone. She was actually with child. So
there was also a man with her as well, wasn't there? And I think, did it take him longer to die?
I don't know.
Yeah, there was a man as well that were killed at the same time.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Right. Look at this here, guys.
I've just been the view, even though it's
flooded. The
view of the river is just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You see other bridge,
that's Ouse Bridge. That's Ouse Bridge, and that's where Margaret Clitheroe was taken
yeah.
to and crushed to death on that bridge over there. You can just see where the latching lights are.
I mean, how quaint is that?
That's a little coffee shop.
Stunning.
So, and obviously another nice big hotel. Yeah, it's just... sorry guys, I will read some of your comments. I think we're barbaric back then, yeah. When you think back, it's just... I think punishment today, they get off really lightly, don't they, really? But...
So guys, this is what a Pizza Express looks like in York. I can't catch my breath. Look at that, Pizza Express. What's that about? Look at it, Pizza Express. Whoa! I wonder how much a pizza costs in there. Wouldn't be a chuffing express, would it? Second mortgage on house to get a pizza. Oh, big bus. We won't bother trying to get past bus. You know, watch that work yet? Harrison, hello, good evening.
Museum Gardens up here.
Yeah, Park Museum Gardens. Yeah. And there's plenty of hauntings in the museum as well. Look at that. I could live in that. Just nip over the road for a cheap pizza. Earlier we didn't actually show you them, but there's old stocks, which is at the vicarage in front of the old monastery, but from Micklegate Bar. I did take a picture of them. They're not the original ones, but I will put the picture on later, guys. Look at this. How stunning is that?
So we've got some history on this. There's a lot of people around here.
Right, so this here.
I had no idea. I could take
Original font. 1880 AD. Does it work?
Seized up there.
Oh my God. You'd have to die first.
So this is St Leonard's Hospital. This, so that you can just see the remains of it. It was founded soon after the Norman Conquest, and it's believed to be the largest medieval hospital in the north of England. And what they did was they fed the poor and condemned in York, and they provided meals for the castle prisoners of York Castle. Remains as like an undercroft, and it was erected on the site of a former hospital. So before this there was another hospital called St Peter's, but it was severely damaged by a fire. I think it was back in 1137. It was self-sufficient until the Reformation, had the obviously monasteries and everything. So it was victimised and destroyed. Obviously Henry VIII abolished it all, just so he could get a divorce.
Yeah, they had a lot to do with him, didn't they? Answer for
They
him.
did, yeah. And believe it or not, York had no hospital for a further 200 years after that.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Henry VIII had a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Oh, and back of there, Bev, is St Mary's Abbey.
Yeah, you can.
It's right at the back, but apparently there is sightings of a gentleman believed to be a monk in a black robe. And that's at St Mary's Abbey round the back.
See, we can't go in there. It's all locked
Yeah, it's
off.
all locked off.
During the day we can. I mean, we have spoken about maybe coming for a taz round during the day, haven't we?
Yeah.
But that'd be on supporters, guys, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So, it would be a busy day, would that as well? Are we to get on this bus?
See where it takes us.
Just get all these in bus queue out at where? You can see a bit more of it round here. Let me get you through the fence.
The undercroft, you can just go in round. Through the day it's open, you can actually walk in. and
Yeah,
have a
you
walk.
can't go at this time, though.
No.
It's all locked off. See how far we can get round, Kate?
Yeah?
You could just climb over that fence, Kate.
You can hear that, look.
Kate, you could just climb over that fence.
You reckon? Then the spike.
Well, I mean, because
The head would be on a spike, wouldn't
there's
it?
quite a lot of it left, really.
Yeah, it's not bad actually. But that was the hospital. And that gate is open through the day, then you can actually go in
Yeah.
past the undercroft bit.
Let's get a picture of, so you can actually see the end part of it. Original window there, we like original features. Let's watch as I'm walking back, watch me fall down a hole. How beautiful is that, guys? Beautiful. Let's have a walk. Try not to cough. Oh, I don't like gates. What's the matter with these gates? I need a magic key for all these. Do not park cycles here. So that's the other side of it.
That's St Leonard's Hospital. You can also just see, like I say,
I think a lot of these places, it'd be great to go around during the day.
yeah,
I mean, even inside Minster.
yeah.
There's so much to see at Minster.
Even though it's 30 odd quid.
Yeah, but
When you
it's
think
30 odd
about
quid for two.
Oh, is it? Oh, right.
Yeah, it's so I think it's £18 per adult, so 36 for two.
Yeah.
But there's a ticket you can actually get if you come to York, and I think it's 59 quid, and it lets you into
Barley Hall.
20 attractions, I think.
Barley Hall, Minster.
So we could come get one of them tickets, show them turd,
Yeah.
take them round museum.
And I know it sounds a lot of money, guys, but when you think about the upkeep that they have to, the road is constantly being repaired, is the York Minster.
I think
It's never ever finished.
I think it's cost £30,000 a day.
It's honestly, so They've got to charge something out just for its upkeep, really.
They could let us in free, don't they know who we are? People do get in free if you're a resident of York or if you're a student of York. We could join a university and pretend, couldn't we? I said university, love, what you meaning? Wow, goodness me. It's Steinway Bennett there. So, you're going to have to... There's a lot of roadworks as well, and as usual, councils just like to dig roads up. You never see anybody digging the roads, though. You just see signs up. So, just look at that. What's that film where they've got a row of houses like this? Is it not Oliver? Is it Oliver? There's a row of houses where the rich families live. I'm trying to think if it's Oliver. I can't remember. Have I just made it up? Sounded good though, didn't it?
So that's Theatre Royal.
Yes, Theatre Royal is haunted.
Yeah.
Both theatres, the Grand is haunted as well.
So the story goes with this one. This was originally built on the top of the monastery.
Let's get to the front, you can see, guys.
Obviously the monastery as well was at the back, where we've just come round, but originally there was a monastery that stood here. Whether it's part of the old monastery, I'm not sure, around the other side where we've just been. But here, what St Mary's, but this is the York Theatre Royal. And apparently, the story goes that there was a nun who fell in love with a monk, a gentleman of the cloth. And it turned out that she obviously got pregnant. And what happened was it was a big no-no, obviously, back in then, in days, and a nun being pregnant.
Nun being pregnant.
What they did was they actually bricked her up in the building, and she died of starvation. And apparently sightings have been seen when a show is about to start. The omen is she's been seen on the stage just before a performance is about to start. And if she's seen, it's an omen saying that the performance is going to be a very, very good show.
Isn't she the one who floats past? She looks like she's floating.
Yeah.
I think she floats past, doesn't she?
Yeah, so if she's seen there...
I float everywhere. I'm that dainty.
Me and Albert. King's Manor.
Look how stunning this is. Excuse the lights, can't do anything about them. That's on the buildings. Look at this. So the Roman wall.
Yep.
So this ancient wall, a portion of the defences of the legionary fortress of Eboracum. That's what Eboracum. That's what they used to call it prior to York, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Romans called it.
Constantinus Chlorus, who died in this city in the year 306. He was the father of Constantine the Great. Just look at that building. I'm sure I should be living in something like that.
Shall we go out front there? But I've got a little story about that.
I think it was Brecon.
It's massive, isn't
We should have just put monk robes on, Do you think people would have stopped us?
Probably not, but to Battery Island,
I think that used to seeing spirits and stuff. I just think that they thought, oh, crack on, look at two monkeys.
If you got dressed up in period clothing, you'd fit in, like you said, wouldn't you, Ben?
If I got dressed up in period costume, as long as it were a chuffing monk, because I won't be getting them tarts clothes on that they used to wear, or raggeties.
Enjoying it?
Of course they had, I love it.
That's what we like to hear.
Are we all right, guys? Oh, look at these. History tour on a scooter. Yes. Oh. Can you imagine? Look at that. Has somebody just had a crash? I think somebody just had a crash, but we'll ignore them because we're busy. Did you get cars crash? Oh, yeah, they've had a crash. Oh, the smoke coming off a car. Oh, I think he's just effing a bit, that man.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is the King's Manor. So this was built for the king.
No, we're not having aught to do with it, but there's a crash there, guys. Look at crash.
Yeah,
Smoke coming out. Oops-a-daisy.
so this is the king's manor. Now, this was built back in 1560 for the king. And it belonged to the monastery that was behind here. And apparently King Charles I came here. He went into hiding when obviously they were after him because he turned, well, all the parliamentary and everybody turned against King Charles because he was just living a lavish lifestyle. And
There's people in these buildings.
I don't know, it belongs to university now, this, for archaeologists.
I think there is.
Yeah, but it's open, you can have a walk round.
I am doing.
Yeah, and he hid here. And apparently Anne Lister met her very first love, called Eliza Rain, here.
So that's the coat of arms of Charles I.
Yeah, King Charles I. And Henry
How
VIII.
stunning is that?
Henry VIII also spent 11 days here. He came and stayed here.
He'd need a big bed, wouldn't
Yeah, and apparently there is a ghost that is seen in the garden. Now it's either of Catherine Howard or it's Anne Boleyn
he? It's Anne Boleyn.
carrying some roses.
It's Anne Boleyn.
Yeah, because she came up here with
Yeah,
him.
it's Anne Boleyn that's seen
Yeah.
here.
So sightings in the garden.
Come on, Anne. Come and see
And
us.
she's dressed in green.
It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, love. Give me a rose.
She's been seen dressed in green.
Like a tree. She could be camouflaged in that
Yeah.
bush. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. Come on, Anne.
That is the King's Crest. Coat of
It
arms.
is, yeah.
Obviously they took it off of them when it was the dissolution of the monasteries and things, so it just...
Again,
Yeah.
Henry boy.
Yeah.
King Henry's suits of armour and stuff, if you're into seeing the history like that, is actually in the Royal Armouries in Leeds. It's free to get in, guys. And he actually would have, even though he was a big chap, he is actually small. But there's a number of floors you can go on to actually see as it goes through time. There's even a full-size elephant in there with armour all over it. It's amazing. You don't have to pay for parking.
Is it free to go in there?
It's free to go in. It's the parking that you have to pay for. But it's amazing. And during the summer, they used to have jousting and stuff on as well.
Oh, yeah. I've ever been once years ago. But...
Like you do, you look in windows, don't you?
So it's a university now for the archaeologists.
That don't look right old, doesn't that electricity box, doesn't it?
Keeping
Do you know something? They are absolutely stunning.
It's breathtaking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just... And you look at all that and it takes you back and you just wonder how many people has walked around here. And then you get to that and it's a shed. A shed. They build a shed. Yeah, we're gonna...
That's the monastery at the back.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
up there,
just...
isn't it?
Yeah, we'll just have a look here. You never know. Might see some spirits.
It's green, actually.
Oh, somebody's watching telly in there.
I think it's like a security thing.
Absolutely beautiful. Look at that.
It's really, really
I can imagine.
1560.
I can imagine RGH UK's main office there,
Amazing.
wouldn't it? Right, let's go look at this abbey, guys. In between biffa bins. Just ignore biffa bins. That's 21st century biffa bins in red, or coming green and grey. Sometimes blue, I think, and yellow. But let's see if you can see over here.
So that's the remains of St Mary's Abbey,
Can you actually see that, guys?
where the monks seen dressed in a black cloak.
Do you know what? Let me try and get closer so you can see it better. I think that might be better. I'll put you in fruit trees, just hang on.
Hey, don't drop your phone.
If you drop your phone, it's all right, I've got one. Can you see that, guys? Partially lit up. Yeah, haunted bins, you're right, Ron. What's down there, anything? No. What's that stone there?
No writing on it.
Bit of a random place to put a bit of a...
Isn't it? Probably
Stone,
stuck
isn't it?
cars or something. Maybe.
The thing is, I wonder where all graves are. Well, I bet there were graves here.
Oh, there would have been.
up to past Biffy bins. I'll get some screen grabs of them bins, look. Clean items only. There you go. It's like people are still in, odd lights are on. I want to see Anne Boleyn. When we go around here, I'm going to stand and point camera about a bit and see if we can get, do a call out and let's see if we can get anything for it. I've actually got some flashy balls in my bag and stuff. Are we off round this way? Where you going, car park, love? It don't look, it just looks like new buildings around there. So I think we need to go around here and see if, let's go see if Anne's about. I need to live in here. RGH UK officers need to be in there. Have you got a flashy ball to hand? Let's just get a flashy ball out and give it a bit of a shout out here and let's see if... Try not to shine these lights on the screen that are on grass. If we go near where the Charles I crest is and give it a shot, because then there's not so many lights that are shining on camera. Are we all right, guys? Are we all right? Right, let's put a flashy ball down. If you put it somewhere where it's darker rather than where it's light, even on grass here, in front of King's Manor. Let's get a shout out and just let's see if we can get... We're on camera. It says there that there's cameras filmed, so they can film us. Get us out there, can't they? Right, we've got 3 flashy balls there, we can see. And that one goes off. Can we ask if there's any spirits with us around in this garden, this famous building where King Henry VIII once stayed? Anne Boleyn. Can I ask you to come forward? There's 3 balls, spheres on the floor. If you touch them, they'll flash. Do you think you can do that for us and communicate? My name's Bev and this is Kate. Do you think you can come and talk with us? Let us know you're here. Flash one of these balls. Don't be frightened. Maybe you stood watching us. Maybe you don't realise that there's people like us that try to communicate well with people that's passed. Can you come forward, speak with us? Can you feel okay?
Spirits, good evening. We'd like to talk to you. We've come to see you at your beautiful home. If there's a Charles here, King Charles, and you stayed here during the Civil War, can you come forward and touch one of these balls for us? Use our energy to touch one of these.
Oh, that one, get necrophonics out.
Yeah.
Because we see, I love my necrophonics. I don't know about you, Kate. But, you know, they're not going to know what we're talking about, I don't think, in regards to...
Come on, spirits, come forward. If there's any other spirits here that wants to communicate with us, you can touch these balls.
I don't know, just listen at the side of the wall. You're shouting a bit loud, love. There's a bus stop round there.
Right. I think it's the looking at.
Not ladies at night, love. Ghost hunting. Not paying your rent.
You sleep with your son. Come on, spirits, come forward. We know if there's a female spirit being seen here with a green cloak on. Can you come forward? You've been seen here in the garden, carrying your roses. Is that true? That was your favourite flower? Sorry, guys.
Spirits, this device in my hand, if you speak into it, we'll be able to hear your voice. Can I ask you to come forward and give me your name? My name's Bev. This is Kate. Is there an Anne here? First of all, can I ask you to say my name so that I know that the spirit's with us? Can you actually say Bev for me? Can you say it loud and clear? Did that were a Bev?
It sounded a bit.
Spirit, that sounded like you'd said Bev. There were a male spirit there. Can I ask you to say it again, but more clear? Say Bev for me, loud and clear. Say Bev. Sounded like Rose. Say Kate. What about Kate? Say Kate for me.
Can you say the name Charles? Come on, you stayed here, didn't you, for 11 days? You went into hiding here, didn't you, Charles? Can you say your name, Charles?
Was it Bonnie Prince Charles?
Charles first.
Aye. Right, spirits. Can you say for me the word York?
Did you say Brackham then?
I thought it, yeah.
It sounded a bit like Brackham.
Ibrahim,
Really quick, the first bit were really quick.
Which is
The
initially
Roman name.
The Roman name, yeah. Say York. Say York again, spirit. Come on. Say Roman. Say Roman, please.
Can you say the name Henry?
Okay, let's do this. How many wives did Henry VIII have? What number? Was that 8?
Sounds like someone having a conversation.
Right, spirits, there's a number of you coming through. We can't make out what's saying or who's saying what.
Make sure it said ladies.
Ladies. Oh, ladies. Can I ask you to come forward, one of you, and tell me how many wives King Henry VIII had? Yes. Give me the number.
3.
It won't, well, at one point it would have been 3. How many wives did he have altogether?
In total.
I want 7. Come on. Doing every number.
King Charles I, then you came here during the Civil War. Can you say civil? No one's touched them flashy balls still either.
Let's move on a bit and let's see if we can get out somewhere else.
Yeah, trying to.
I think it would take it Mickey out of us because it did say 3 and then I think he
Yeah.
said 6 and 7. Well, the thing is, it won't ticket Mickey because at some point he would have had 3 wives, 6 wives.
Yeah, at one
7
point,
wives,
yeah.
at one point,
I'll just
so-
show you this as well. It's a bit of information here, look. I don't know if you can see that. Coat of arms above the entrance of the Charles I who stayed in the King's Manor in 1633 and 39. And his father, James VI of Scotland, whose monogram appears on the doorway, had introduced the unicorn, the supporter of Scotland at the Royal Arms. The lion is the supporter of England. The 2 beast-held lancers with the flags of St Andrew and St George. The fleur-de-lis of France and the harp of Ireland can also be seen at the north word of MON. Can't see that, it was something restored by York City Civic
it's
Trust.
on about the crest.
Yeah.
But it is, I think it's only Prince Charles because his father was James I of Scotland.
Yeah. So, somebody said it did say 7.
It did say 7.
Yeah.
He said 3, and I'm sorry I heard 6 and then 7.
Oh. Right.
It started to rain.
We have 6 wives, didn't he, in total?
So,
Yeah, I know it's starting to rain
yeah.
now. Yeah, he had 6 wives in total, didn't
he
he?
had lots of affairs.
Oh God, yeah, and legitimate children, didn't
Absolutely.
he? So it's just starting to rain here. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Yeah, it is. That's right, Tracy.
Wow. Lots of rain now.
So we've got another bar. Is this Booth Bar? Bootham Bar. Yeah. That's the art gallery, guys.
Again haunted.
Yeah.
So to see him walking around in there.
So we're going to go back up now. I think this is taking us back up to Minster, isn't it? Oh, there's a little story at Hole in the Wall pub as well. Yeah, we've got his balls, thank you. I picked them up.
So you can see where this has been knocked down, look.
Yeah.
Gone into that.
I think that was another entrance as well into the city.
Yeah, I saw this one.
You see all the way down there. Look, the
Houses
walls.
up on top there.
Yeah, the house is like being built onto the top of it. But that was another entrance into the city years ago. Right. So this is Bootham Bar we're just coming up to now. It's another entrance into the city. Defence mechanism. With the portcullis. So, Roman fortress.
There's the info of it.
Yep.
And that's the site of the Porta Principals Dextra or northwestern gate of the Roman fortress, of which the foundations, as rebuilt circa AD 300, lie just below the ground.
I don't know if you can see that better. Yeah. I'll just show you through. Just go through here and just show you. I've got to be careful because there is traffic coming through it as well, so watch you don't get another bed. So these were defence mechanisms to stop people coming in. So you would have had a big gate, wooden bar gate that will come down. Oh. Sod's law, isn't it?
We're going to walk through here, I'm telling you, stop throwing them around.
Go on. Yeah, so once they were trapped in here, they would have chucked like hot tar, melted tar down. This pub here is, this is reputedly to be haunted as well. And there was a video, I don't know if it's on YouTube, and it's got the lady who works there just cleaning up in the bar itself, the pub. And there's a shadow of a little girl, you can just see her in the background. So that's interesting.
The hole in the wall got some up.
Yeah, the hole in the wall. So this pub here, guys, is on the site of the prison, one of the prisons that belonged to the York Minster. And the story was that this derives its name because apparently there was a hole in one of the walls where they would feed the prisoners. You know what I mean, just like bits of food and things like that to passers-by, people that were walking by. That takes you back down back at Minster. So do you want to go down there, take you down Precentor's Court? We'll go
There's
down.
lots of these sneak
Sneak
ways that link up together, which actually take you the right round the city of York. So,
Oh, it lit up there.
again, if you're coming to York, you can actually get a map of York. It'll give you where they all are.
Yeah.
And they all link up.
Yeah. And I went to a charity shop the other day, and they've got the Snickleways book. It were in there as well. It's quite an old book. I've already got a copy, but it's quite handy. That.
How stunning is that? Look at this street.
This is Precentor's Court.
Just look at it.
So
How lucky are people to live in this city?
yeah. So this down here, guys, this road here. If you've ever watched the video of Anne Lister, or the series of Anne Lister, they've actually filmed her and Anne Walker in the carriage coming down here. Yeah. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous.
Listen how quiet it is now.
Yeah, away from hustle and bustle, aren't you?
Yeah.
Look at these old little cellar windows.
If you do come to York, guys, just be careful that people will walk around the city for the history on an evening, early hours of the morning. Don't walk around on your own.
Yeah, definitely.
Make sure you're at least in pairs.
Definitely. It's not really safe to come on your own, is it?
No.
As beautiful as it is,
No.
it's like everywhere else, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, coming up towards the Minster now, York Minster. Yeah, Gentleman Jack. Fantastic series, wasn't it? So that's the gardens to the museum, but unfortunately
That's for everything else.
closed. This time of night, unfortunately, they're all closed. So look at these lights, they're pretty.
So we did give you a story of the Minster last time. Do you want to briefly tell me it again?
Which one's that, though?
The one regarding the two that went visiting, they made a pact before her husband
Yeah.
died.
Do you want to do it, or...?
No, because I'm going to tell them the one after.
Right, yeah. So apparently, story goes, we said it on our last live. There was back in I think it was during was it First World War?
Yep.
There was a lady and a gentleman. They were brothers and sisters, and they were always like really eager to know if there was like life after death kind of thing. So they made a pact with each other that one of them would come back should the other one pass away before the other one. So the brother, he was away at sea, I believe. He was in the forces of some description. And his sister used to come here and say her prayers. This particular day that she came, she just had this really, really down feeling, really like something wasn't right. So as she came to say her prayers, she looked up and she saw a gentleman stood at the side of her dressed in uniform. And obviously it was a brother, and he wasn't supposed to be there. She turned white with absolute shock and horror, and she actually fainted and passed out. Now the people that helped her and brought her around also saw this gentleman, and they said, "Who was that?" And she said, "Well, it's my brother, but it can't be my brother because he's at sea." Anyway, a few days later, she got the dreaded letter back from him. From the authorities, saying that he'd actually been killed a few days prior, which would have linked into when he'd just passed away. So, yeah. So that's the heart. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little heart shape. We said before, didn't we? The heart of Yorkshire. Say that if you kiss your loved one underneath that, then it tells that you're going to be together forever. So I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
Brief history on York Minster. So it's been a centre of Christianity since the 7th century. It was built, obviously, for the glory of God. At first it was a wooden church. It built to celebrate King Edwin's, which is King of Northumbria, his baptism in 627. A few years later it became a stone church that was built around the wooden structure. And King Edwin is buried here after his death, so his tomb is actually still in the Minster. It has been set on fire a number of times. One in particular, in 1829, I think previously it had damaged by fire in 1700s, 1800s, two occasions, and then obviously 1984 it was. But in 1829, a fire caused by a man called Jonathan Martin.
Oh, he was a bit...
After his arrest, Martin claimed that God made him do it, and God had told him to challenge organised religion. So what he did was he hid in the church while it was open, and then until it was closed. He then came out. He stripped naked, believe it or not. He piled books and wood, whatever he could find, in the middle, and he set it on fire. Luckily, the disaster was averted, and because Martin was declared mad, he wasn't hanged, but he was put away in an asylum for the rest of his life.
Yeah, they said that he had some...
But for all you visiting, it's worth your £18 each for an adult, because his spirit is still seen walking about trying to build a fire, but he's seen naked. He's still seen here. There's actually the spirit of a man who sits listening to services. Nobody knows who he is. They'll watch him, and if they try to go towards him, he'll disappear. Now, when they were having work done, they actually found a dog buried in part of it.
yeah.
They will hear a dog barking in there when there's obviously not one in there. So there is, and obviously there's the statue of late Queen Elizabeth after she passed.
Yep, there she
That
is.
was put up. There is, so obviously when the Vikings came and they took over York, what was his name? King, the Viking, what he called? King Eld?
Oh,
I can't remember his name.
I know you mean.
King,
Oh, I nearly had it then. Right. Can't remember.
it's really short name, isn't it?
Yeah. Does anyone know the name of the king?
So it was King of the Vikings. It's very, I don't know whether it was Eldor. He actually presented a elephant tusk to the cathedral. Well, Minster, should I say. So it's like 1,000 and odd year old. That can actually be seen.
Is it Olaf?
No, that's a chuffing snowman, love.
No, that's what they're saying on here, Olaf. Nut.
Snowman. That can actually still be seen in the
Undercraft.
Yeah, in Undercroft. So there's a lot more other stuff you can actually see in Undercroft as well.
Should we move round?
Yeah, let's go.
So we'll go down to Stonegate then, because I've got a couple of stories on Stonegate.
Yeah, we've got the Star Inn, the old Star Inn and stuff, haven't we? We've got quite...
Olaf Curran. Some people are saying Olaf. Ragnar Lothbrok.
No, I'm sure it began with E.
Yeah, I know. Eric now.
Is it
Elric.
Is it Eldor? It's a very short
I
name.
know what you mean, and I can't remember. Eldor, Eric. Sorry,
I'll think of it right.
That's Michael the Belfry Church, where Guy Fawkes was christened. I think it was back in 15.
Born in the little cottage.
Yeah, which is supposed to be behind Guy Fawkes Inn somewhere.
It still is there, in the yard at the back.
Yeah. So.
And these buildings, one of them is which I don't know whether it's the Guy Fawkes Inn, where there's actually two men that I see above looking through the windows all the time.
All right. Up there. Yeah, it's a lovely old pub in there, guys. It's actually got old gas lighting in there. I wouldn't like to think how much their insurance is, would you?
That chair in corner.
Oh, yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Covered like...
Right there. Can you see that chair, guys? It's like an old carriage, isn't it?
Sit by the fire and you can conspire. How funny.
Look at that little, it's like a pew, isn't
I
it?
need to take it home.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Is it lovely? So this is the other side.
1570.
Yeah, I knew it was 15 somewhere, yeah. Look at that, guys. To show you quickly.
There you go. April the 13th, 1570.
Yeah. You're seeing that. It's really nice. I don't want to push up camera because
Just told them to smile.
this is the other side of church. It's nice in there, actually, Michael the Belfry. You can go in through there. It's open. You don't have to pay to go in that one. So I don't know if anybody of you have done the cat trail around York, but they have a number of cats as well round and about on so many of the buildings. So that's interesting. Kind of encourage you to look up, doesn't it?
Well, if you're looking up, you can see how much the buildings are just sticking out. They're like bowing towards each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll be able to get that on camera, Kate. I'd stand here and you can see it doesn't go straight up, it actually comes out.
You see that?
There you can see it.
Yeah, I don't know if it shows it on there. Yeah, it's lovely down here, isn't it? It's beautiful.
This shop sells amazing things, guys. It's a fair trade eco shop, but they have got some fantastic
Nice
things.
stuff.
Yeah, just for presents and stuff.
So coming down here now, this is Stonegate. Now this is the road underneath. There is a Roman road, and apparently this was the main Roman road going out to York. And I'll just show you where's the antique centre. So there is a few different stories on this street.
Antique centre's here on the left. That's where it is.
Yeah, this is it here, guys. So here, this is the antique centre. Now, back in the turn-of century, I think 1900s, there was a doctor that lived here with his family.
Excuse the noise, guys. We're
Yeah.
coming out, I think.
Sorry about the noise, guys. There was a doctor that lived here with his family, and he had a daughter, which was called Victoria. I think she was about 7, or maybe a bit younger, actually. And this doctor that lived here with his family was well known for holding lavish parties. So this particular night, he invited friends round and they were all having drinks. And his daughter, I'll just stand over here so you can see it better. And his daughter was sent up to bed, which was, I think she was up on the top floor, her bedroom. Now, it's got an absolutely beautiful, it's like, how would you describe the staircase bed? It's like a...
It's not a spiral.
No.
But you can actually, when you're on the top and you look down, you can see each staircase, but then you can actually see in between the space that goes to the ground floor.
Yeah, so basically she was listening to the conversations that were being heard from down below. Obviously didn't want to go to bed, wanted to, join in, but... So she was basically earwigging and listening to the stories, and unfortunately a hand on the polished banister actually slipped, and unfortunately she plunged right down to the bottom, and apparently her ghost is actually seen in there today.
Even during the day?
Yeah, she's got blonde hair and she sits on the counter.
Point the camera up and get them to do screenings at the
Screeners.
windows, and especially upstairs. Obviously we can't get the ones on top, but let's see if there's anything there. Let's see.
Yeah, do you want to get you some screen grabs, guys? Well,
Let's
I've
see
just
if
got
it
it
actually
on.
appears.
Just while I've got it on Zoom.
Come on, Victoria, let's have a look.
Thank you so much for all your stars this evening, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Sorry,
much appreciated.
We've not really had a chance to shout out that much, but we do appreciate them all. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's quite a sad little story. Like I say, apparently she's been seen sat on the counter swinging her feet.
Yeah.
But
And on the stairs.
Yeah, through the daytime
Yeah.
as well. Like
So you can actually go in there and visit.
Yeah.
You can look round the store, so you might. You never know, you might bump into her.
Got some nice, if you're into, apparently because obviously it's an antique centre, apparently it said that things have been moved around in the cabinets.
Yeah.
And replaced, so. So that's that story, guys.
Right, we'll go down here because there's a story I want to tell them.
Can I just tell them about 35 Stonegate? Is that what you want to do?
Well, I'll let you do that, and then I'll do the other style.
Yeah. So this next building, everybody.
Just try not to get near people that's been drinking.
Yeah, I know. So this is where the stone was actually carried down to build the York Minster as well, apparently. Hence it being called Stonegate. So this street, Stonegate, was actually home once to the publishers, bookmakers. I don't know if you can just see that Bible here above the door.
Holy Bible, 1682.
82. So it was home to a gentleman that used to make stained glass windows and things. Now this used to be a haunted tourist attraction a few years ago. I think it was back in 2011. And what it was is it was open to the public and each room that you went into, as you went through the door, it would activate a door sensor and it would tell you the haunted story of apparitions that had happened in those particular rooms. Now, I was a little bit dubious about it at the time, thinking, oh, you know, but honest to God, as soon as you went in, the feeling, the atmosphere just absolutely changed. Now, right at the very, very top of the building, there was a room at the very, very top. And I think it was like in the attic.
The windows open on that one, all right?
Yeah, and what it was is, that was called the seance room. And in that room, it was all oak wooden panelled, and there was a big round table in there. Now, I'd gone with a friend at the time. Now, I went just through the door, and what happens is it's like a fire door, so they automatically close behind you. Now, my friend at the time walked over to the window and left me at the other side of the room. As the tape came on and started playing and telling you the story, I all of a sudden felt a hand place on the side of my arm, and this horrible, horrible feeling. I just felt it was a male spirit that was stood there, and he wanted me out. And I had to physically remove myself out of the room and come out. It was such an eerie feeling. Now, you could actually also go down into the cellar as well. That was an awful feeling. And my sister went in there, and when the tape had finished playing at the end of the few minutes of the story, she went to go out of the door, and when she put her hand on, she couldn't get out the door. The handle, actually, it was locked for a few minutes. They couldn't actually get out. Now, just another one as well. My boss, when I told her about my experience, my old work manager, she actually came because she didn't believe in anything like that. I said to her, you need to come and have a look at it. So they went to the top building, into the attic room, and as they were coming out, obviously it's a narrow staircase, and she tripped up on the staircase. Now, her husband said, oh, you just tripped up over your feet. She says, Kate, she says, I am not lying. She says, I felt something grab my ankle and trip me up. So, that's just a personal experience.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So,
Right.
you want camera bag, do you want it?
So, moving on here, we've got the Ye Old Star Inn. So, this is York's oldest licensed inn. So, it was opened in 1644. It's believed that the cellars is much older than the bar itself, the above building, and the activity generally is heard down there. Moans, groans are often heard, but it's where the royalist soldiers were treated during the inn's time as a temporary hospital. So another frequent experience of this pub, well, the inn, is a sighting of an old lady wearing black clothes. There's not much known about her or how she died, but she's often seen on the staircase in there. Now, one of the strangest stories of this pub is the haunting of by two black cats. So they've been seen in the pub, spirit cats, believe it or not. Local legend says the cats were bricked up between the pillars, between the door and the bar, and on several occasions when customers had brought the dogs in, the dogs are constantly growling at the pillows. So they growl at the pillows, and then on one occasion somebody brought the dog in, and the dog ran that fast towards the pillow it knocked itself out. So there's a bit of history for that one for you. I think
It's supposed to be a boy and a girl. Oh, it's there. It's an old building. About 14 something, I think.
As you say that, there is a tradition, because you'll find that a lot of animals and things have been buried in walls and stuff. And apparently it's a tradition that goes way back, a long way in Yorkshire. It's believed that it actually protects the building against both fire and bad luck. It's a bit of bad luck for cats though, isn't it?
Isn't it? So this is the Christmas shop in York, here in York.
1434
Yeah,
Mulberry Hall.
Mulberry Hall.
What a lovely name.
Yeah.
Look at them windows.
So wonky, isn't it?
You can actually see all Christmas things upstairs, old like vintage nutcrackers, all reproduction,
Yeah,
but
well, there is a story there. If you just show it.
is stuff moved in here? Is it poltergeist, isn't it?
Yes, well, there was a display here. Now, I don't know if you can see there, but that's where the counter is, where you pay.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, before opening time, a lady had come to work and she was doing something behind the counter, doing something. And in this window here at the front, they had some little nutcrackers on display in the window.
Yeah, I remember it, yeah.
And apparently, she bent down to get something. Now, obviously, the nutcrackers were facing out the window. When she stood up and looked at the window again, all the nutcrackers had turned round and they were actually facing her.
Yeah, it's poltergeist in activity in there.
Yeah.
I think I know a few nuts and nutcrackers. Oh,
Christmas shop all year round.
look at her. You see me hand out into there, but... And then there, guys, I don't know, you probably know, but he places candles inside. Well, the side of them, where all the candles are lighting, it actually turns the wheel on top, so it spins.
Apparently, in one of the rooms there at the back, there's some cuckoo clocks. And then at night time, they lock that room off. And things have been found to have been thrown off in the morning.
Yeah, it's poltergeist activity, isn't it?
Yeah. This shop here, this used to belong to a sailor.
I remember that, yeah.
This was taken off the front of his boat.
Here it was, his ship.
Yeah. So he lived there. And it was also a funeral director's as well after that, so bodies were actually kept here.
Well, she's got some big hands, hasn't she, for a woman?
She has, hasn't she?
Little lumplets and then big hands.
Yeah.
So she's got a beard. What's occurring with her?
She's got some wings.
She needs chuffing wings, lover.
I've got a little... Oh, have you got one for Punford there? Because I've got one for down that Snicket way, but if you've got one...
Let's go, let's...
I've got a story down here. Barley Hall.
Yeah, let's go Barley Hall.
Come on then, we'll go down Barley Hall, guys, down a little Snicket way. If you want. Yeah, because there's Mansion House, I've got a 1 foot Mansion House.
Well, we'll just go Barley Hall and then round the other way.
Yeah. Whatever. Look at that, isn't it lovely? Is everybody...
Gone.
Yeah, ah. Is everybody enjoying it?
Would you actually go in a shop and buy something from a shop that's called White Stuff?
No. White Stuff. Look how beautiful. Oh, I can't even hold it up. It's
Look at that. York
Medical Society.
Look at this.
If Rachel was from a ship. J. Gosling, W. Gosling. Is it lovely?
Trust property.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
can see
original pillars.
that.
Stunning is that.
I don't think you can see them, can you guys? Private GP, same day appointments.
Yeah, I bet it.
Just shows you if you
I bet it goes at Pizza Place.
Oh, that doctor that works there can afford to, can't he? So this one down here, this was Coffee Yard because apparently it was the first coffee shop in, yeah, 11, was it 11? Oh, I can't remember the exact year, but it was the first, 16 something, 16, can't remember the exact, but 1600s it was the first coffee shop in York, it was down here. So going down here now,
Another Snickle.
Snickle Way, yeah, and on the left here, we've got the old Barley Hall, medieval built building. Now this was actually built, oh yeah, for the monks of Nostell Priory.
Yeah.
So this was built, I think, back in the 1300s, and it was like a lodging house for the monks of the friary, and it was to keep them in, away from frivolities of, you know what I mean, to try and keep them somewhere away from... yeah, to resist. That's it. Thank you, Bev. Thank you very much. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yes.
Thank you. So you can just see in here. You can actually visit this through the day as well. Oh, you can't really see. Sorry.
Well,
Can't.
There's a torch. Let's
Yeah, wait till Bev gets the torch out and then.
I haven't got big one. It's in back in the bag.
Oh, mine's in the back of my bag as well. Can you see?
No.
No.
Big torch.
But anyway, it's a nice big like banqueting hall there. So.
What if you do it at an angle?
No, it won't. It's too bright on glass. Yeah, I tried it. So I can remember, you know, years and years ago, Ben, coming on to York on a ghost walk, and this Mad Alice's ghost walk, and she had this push chair, and she got you to line up.
Monkey in it.
Yeah, and she got you to line up down here, and she got somebody to jump out at you behind this wall here.
She went fully, was she?
Oh no! Did you ever go on that one?
I went on one, yeah. I walked about 10 steps behind because when she arrived all dressed in the regalia with a buggy, an old like pram with a monkey in it dressed.
Yeah,
with
thought, what the
hats
heck?
and everything. I thought, do you know what? She's come from loony bin.
So can you see this, guys? It's like nearly touch. Well, I'll show you, Bev. That's nearly touching our heads. So, right.
It won't be touching Mick and Lisa's head, would it?
No. We'll have plenty of room to clear it. So as we come out here, I've got a little story here as well. So this is Swinegate. This is where all the pigs were kept and things like that down here. Now, years and years ago, these buildings here, there was a church here called St Benet's Church. It was an old run-down church, but it belonged to I think it was the monasteries or something. And they also owned all these cottages round here as well. I'll just show you. And apparently through the daytime, ladies used to store the beer, the lagers, through the day. And on a night time, they were known as being ladies of ill repute. So ladies of the night would take them upstairs into the cottages from the men. So, yeah.
I think ladies at night's been here already, love. They're stripping off down here.
So the clergymen, single clergymen, there was actually originally a wall around the minster, and that was built to keep them in, to resist the temptation. This here, this Snickleway, well, this Snickleway is called Grape Lane. Now, years and years ago, it used to be called, well, changed the A to O.
Grope Lane, and that's because of the
Grope Lane, because
ladies of the night.
frivolities that used to go on down there.
Grope Lane.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I live on Grope Lane, love.
Yeah. So
a shop ready for Grope Lane.
Look at that, eh? On
There you
Grope
go,
Lane,
on
look.
Grope Lane. I've got no words.
Some nice lingerie.
Won't be on long, love.
That's Swinegate, so this is, like I say, Swinegate where all the pigs were.
Hence the name Swangate.
Yeah. So,
Right, can we get right? We need Shambly Wambles.
well, Shambles is
Slogan lettuce, I love
down there, yeah. Is everybody alright? Everybody enjoying it?
Cider and cherries.
Oh, look at these cherries, guys. Look at that for a cherry. It's wrong colour.
I know, but that's what they are. See the white apples?
Oh,
You can again tell we're on Grope Lane.
yeah, look.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at her.
Woman neck, she's flexible, isn't she?
That's so
Crikey, I'll break my back.
She's like Visa card, isn't she?
Flexible friend.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Are we all alright, guys?
Yeah, we all alright, enjoying it. Loving it, Kate. Oh, thank you. Great, yeah, loving it. Loving it, Kate and Bev, yeah.
Good.
Brilliant.
Can you tell it's raining and that we're wet
Yeah,
through?
we're absolutely drenched,
We're
guys.
drenched. Can you tell? Can you actually tell?
Shall I flip them round and show us?
Yeah.
Right there, let me flip this round. Right there.
Mug shot.
Oh, what's happened? What's around it flipping? Is it because it's got wet on the screen? Look, guys,
Wet through. Look at the state of us.
water's dripping off the end of his nose.
Yeah. Look like we've been in River Ouse with his clothes on.
Yeah, we're
Do you feel
drenched.
sorry for us?
Do you feel sorry for
Do you feel
us?
sorry for us? Nobody else does round here.
No, there's nobody here now, actually. It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I'll flip you around again, guys, so you
Flip
can see
away.
where we're walking. Oh, dear.
Evening.
Hiya. Yep. It's forecast rain though, isn't it, after 10, I think. So we haven't done too bad, really, have we?
Tsunami. This is.
Tsunami. Oh, I didn't show up Mansion House, did we?
Listen, I think we're doing well.
Oh, can I just go down here first, Bev, and then out to Shambles?
Right, listen.
2 minutes. It's just literally about corner here, opposite this Greg's.
I don't know whether this is the church
All right.
where, a number of years ago, a piece of the church actually fell on a tourist and actually they died.
Oh,
I'm sure it's this church.
yeah.
Look at that view down there.
That takes you down to Goodram Gate.
Right, let's go down this one.
That's where the story of Marmaduke Buckle. Can you remember Marmaduke Buckle, Bev?
Where he signed his name.
Yeah, in the
Very
beans.
sad story for a young man.
It was very sad.
Disabled.
17 years of
I love
age.
that name, Marmaduke Buckle.
It's right, got a ring to it,
I
hasn't
love
it?
it.
Oh, I don't want to get dripped on
Does
that.
everybody love the name Marmaduke Buckle?
Yeah, does everybody like the name Marmaduke Buckle?
I do. I think it's lovely.
That's the market down there, guys. We can
There's the
see
old
just
cafe
past.
down there on Cornelius Market, what I told you about.
All right, what were it called?
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
But that's haunted.
yeah.
But the wall is really wonky.
So, round here, we've got a pub.
Never.
Well, we've got a few pubs actually, but this isn't the one that I wanted. It's further on here. It's called the Roman Baths. You might have heard of it, guys. So the Roman Baths was a pub, and downstairs you can actually go and visit through the day, and it's not expensive actually. They actually found, obviously, the Roman bath. So you can actually see the remains of all the flooring of the hot baths and the cold baths. And it is quite actually good. It's interesting to go in. So they actually discovered that. I think there was a fire in the pub, and when they were doing obviously the repairs work, that's when the gentleman found he told me the story that they found the remnants of the Roman flooring underneath. Now this is Finkel Street. So Finkel Street derives from a Viking name, which means bent arm. And every little town or city always has a Finkel Street, which leads down into the market. And you'll notice that obviously with it being a bent little street, that was to stop all the animals used to come down from there into the market. But the reason why it was on a bend was to stop all the animals from stampeding down, straight down. So just a little bit of information there.
Do you know what? When you look about, when you get all the information, you're able to look about.
Yeah.
You see things like this. So Netherhorn Pot Lane.
Yeah.
So that's another sneak away that leads
Yeah.
to the Minster Quarters. But what a fabulous name.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's occurring, but I must show them this.
Go on then.
So they are doing work. There is going to be a Jorvik Viking festival that's on. So if anybody's interested,
Started yesterday though.
if you,
Some what we-
if you're interested, go online and have a look. So we saw the Posh Pizza Express, didn't we, guys? Well, I'm a bit downhearted now because what's occurring there? I'm sorry, but that's just not acceptable, is it really? You don't want to go there, do you? When... Right, where we're off?
Do you want to go Mansion House or Shambles?
Let's do Mansion House, because the stuff happened in Mansion
Yeah,
House.
I've got some, a little bit of history and a personal experience in there.
We love a bit of personal experience as long as it's not seedy, love.
Oh no. No, my life's not that exciting.
I hope you're all nice and warm, guys, you know, and you're not got no rain coming through your ceilings. Do you feel sorry for us? Do you? Effie's Kebab Kitchen. It's a new one, isn't it? Effie's Kebab Kitchen. Anyway, do you feel sorry for us?
That's Parliament Street. I think somebody said that the Grandad had a shop there and it had a Roman floor in it.
Yeah, you often see there's many buildings, not just the Treasury House, where the plumber, what we're doing work, actually saw the legion of soldiers walking through the basement, and they appeared to be walking on the knees. And then a number of years later, he actually hid in a corner because he said, if I can see them so clear as though they were real, and they're going to be able to see me, so he hid, scared for his life, in the corner. But years after, they were actually doing work and they actually dug down, and that's where they found the Roman road. So they weren't actually walking on the knees, they were actually walking on what would have been the Roman road. Yeah, let's have a look at these gravestones. Not a lot of people know these are here, you know, and they'll walk past. Hey, I'm not going up that little slope because... So, look at this then. Hick Jacket Gully Peckett. Orbit August 21st, 1776. 86. What name? Hick Jacket? What?
Jane Paulson. 1785, aged 83.
That's a
Is it
good,
8?
That's
Or is
a,
it a 3?
that's 38, isn't it?
Oh, it's my eyes. I need glasses.
1785.
That one, your chance. Edward.
Aged 70.
5, is it?
I think that's a 5, yeah.
Do you know what? When you actually read the names out, it's nice because it's like they're being remembered, isn't it?
Oh, and
Instant
what do we have here?
Wednesday.
Let's give it a little tickle. Off you go.
Oh, it dropped on you.
Don't want that much. Taking you home, love.
Yeah.
These obviously are that old. The date on that, I don't know, it's something. It's a shame, you know, because they just get worn away by the weather. And the last one is... I don't think that's actually appropriate. Some people just have got no respect for people's graves. I don't even like walking on graves. I always apologise, me. I find it really disrespectful, but sometimes you can't help it.
Is it
Reprofitted all that was mortal of Margaret, the daughter of Martin and Joanne Bernal. She departed this life 16th of June, 1787, in the 18th year of her age. How loved or valued that it valued not by, don't know what that says, some begotten or by whom begot. And we can't make this out. Not something to heap of doth remains of me, that something am and all the proud that'll be. And yet again it's been defaced by some idiot. Yeah, they've all got these above them, and I don't know whether it's to stop the weather, from actually causing more damage, but I actually don't think it's doing a right cracking job, to be honest. Again, we apologise for the loudness of some people. That's what alcohol actually does. So, let's go down this bit. That's actually a stunning building. Let's see if we can get on it without light shining into the... When you walk around York, and I know it'll be hard, but you need to be looking up a lot of the time. You will see a lot of stuff above the more, shall we say, the newer shops, frontages and stuff. They've still got... Yeah, because it's too busy with the drunkards. Yet again, another beautiful street of houses. You all right, guys? Do you know what? Wouldn't it be fabulous if on one of Old Street somebody came out and they let us go have a look in the little house? Oh my God, we've got the screamers, we've got the drunkards. I think the screamers are actually 10-year-old. That is one of my favourite bars, that.
Is it? I've never been there.
Yeah. It's amazing how many of these buildings... How many of the buildings... Yeah, I was just telling about you've got to walk and you've got to be having... So your head's... so you're looking up, so... They've all got crowns on, haven't they? Starbucks, look at the Starbucks. I tell you, you can't write it. Look at that. St Martin's Church.
Hit in 1942, bad one, it with
Bombs.
yeah.
Badly damaged.
They repaired the clock, put that back.
Yeah, that's original clock. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I think they've had one too many. Yes. Panda Pops. Student night. I think nursery's on holiday, innit? That's what it is. Yeah, no, it's nursery. Look at that in there, Kate. Yet again, we've got the historical biffa bins. I think there's something through their graves. I can remember seeing something through there. Oh, smell them biffa bins. Look at them. I'm sure they're people we know them, you know. Yeah, and then it's some history over there. But we can't... St Martin's clock, it's got the history of the clock and the buildings, and it were damaged in the war, and actually it's stuff we've seen. Look at that, it's gated, is that? So that there where you are, Kate, and then here. Well, we're having a look in these places, you know. Let me see if I can get my arm in. If I drop her phone, we won't, will they? Look at that, guys. So this is part of it. You used to be able to go in this part during the St Mary's. Excuse me, the biffa bins. And that's the door that you used to be able to get into it. There, which has been, obviously, in the window from damage. There's a gate round there. You can actually put through the gate and see the benches and stuff inside it. Yeah, another sneaky way. It looks like it's flooded down there. Yeah. Yeah.
Best time to done this, but well, during lockdown, wasn't it? Didn't
Yeah.
know nobody about it.
Well, you're not allowed though.
But you were allowed out if you were.
Not for a stroll. You'd have to say it was exercise and you'd have to be living round here. You couldn't say, oh, I've driven from wherever to come for a walk round York. That's the Ivy.
It's nice.
Stunning building there. Harkers. How grand that is. Look at this building. The York Mansion House. Got a few stories for this. Look at that over there. Changing colours. Wonderful. Yeah, do story, go for it.
So this is the York Mansion House. So there was only ever 3 of these built, identical. One's in Doncaster, one's in York, and the other one's in London. This one was built, completed in 1732, and it's the home to the Lord Mayor. Now the Lord Mayor is only in chair for, I think, a year and 1 day. Now back in, I can't remember. Can you remember when they did the excavation work there and they found... So basically, I can't remember what year it was, but up on the top floor,
It's
that's
not
where...
a long time ago.
No, they did some excavation work. There was renovating some, the top floor of the flat. In the floorboards, they actually found some remains. One of them is of a cat, a mummified cat. And surrounding the cat was hazelnuts. And again, it was obviously bricked up underneath the floorboards. They found some other things like a boot, I think a shoe, a hammer, and some other things. And again, the superstition omen was that it was supposed to, like, keep bad spirits and to bring good luck. And again, similar was found in Harkers as well. They found something in the wall, a shoe, and the landlord decided to take it out and chuck it out. And apparently that disturbed a lot of paranormal activity. So one of the bar staff that worked there was absolutely fed up and petrified that they even took their own shoe and put it back in the place of where it was missing from. And then, believe it or not, apparently that actually eased some of the paranormal activity that was going on. Old Town Old Doncaster Town Hall, yeah, it's the other mansion house in York. It's just on the High Street, I think, right, yeah. So, like I say, only 3 of these ever built. It is open through the day. You can actually go in, pay and have a look round. This is like a museum. Now, I came here, I think, about 2 years ago. I got married in the mansion house. How lovely. Yeah, and back in the kitchen, it's... obviously, me and my partner came, and it was only us in the room, actually, at the time. It was a quiet day. We came one day through the week. And I just felt this really male. It was near the kitchen, actually, and apparently that is where it is haunted. I didn't find out actually until afterwards. I just felt a male presence. There's like a little room off the side of the kitchen, and I don't know if any of you have been to the York Mansion House, but it was just in there. Yeah. So you got out, Bev?
No, you said it all.
Oh, have I said it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll just show
No,
you.
you're all right, you did well.
Sorry, I'll just show you this over here. This is St Helens, I think, church, that, isn't it? And apparently the graves went all the way up here. So again, we're walking on, because that obviously was a church and it still is a church, but they had to do away with all the graves. So we are actually walking over graves again. Apparently that's where the Roman road actually is built underneath.
It's not that far underneath, is it? About
No.
13 hours,
It's about
19
between-
inches or something.
I think somebody said underneath about 10-15 feet down, but like I said, that it takes you down to Stonegate, the road that we came down, where I told you about the story of the antique centre. And
What inches beneath
yeah,
the actual where they've been digging.
yeah, and also, guys, going back to 35 Stonegate, I do believe if you actually go on YouTube, there is some old videos on there of when it was the haunted attraction, and I think some people have done some paranormal investigations there. I think some of the teams have been, but if you have a look, I think it does show you what it was like when it was set up as the haunted attraction. Yeah. So, just a little bit of history there. But it does look nice, doesn't it? I'll spin you around, guys, and just show you at Mansion House again from back far. So that's the Harkers, which is now a pub. And that's the York
Amazing
Mansion.
how many pubs is in York, you know.
Yeah. Well, they said there was one built for it. Was it every day at week or something like that? Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? It is a beautiful place, is York. Yeah, hope you're all enjoying it. Again, thank you so much for all your stars, guys. We do appreciate it. Is it St Helens? Oh, let me show you here, guys. This is St Betty's Tea Rooms.
Where you've got to queue for 7 hours to get in.
Yeah, this is the scariest place in York because of the price. Yeah, because of the prices. But yeah.
Still not as scary as that Pizza Express though.
Yeah, so this is again going back down Stonegate. Oh, you're going to do your story, Bev?
Which one?
Punch bowl.
Oh,
Punch bowl. Did you have one? That young... There's a few spirits, I think, being seen there.
yeah, there is.
Yeah. It's getting a lot quieter now, guys. I think a lot of people have gone home or... Yeah, absolutely stunning, amazing buildings. It's, oh, look at that, isn't that pretty? Apart from the rubbish. But beautiful, aren't they?
I love the Pride flag.
Yeah, Pride flag. Isn't it beautiful? Such quaint, aren't they?
Yeah.
Quaint little buildings. I mean, you can imagine walking down here, can't you? Hundreds of years ago. So this over here, just stand over here so you can get a better view of it. I can't go any further back, guys, because we're right back up to the wall.
So this has been a pub for over 4 centuries.
Yeah.
Historical connection with a Whig party from the 17th century. The punch was preferred drink of the Whigs, or Liberals as they were known then, whilst the Tories preferred claret.
Mm-hmm.
Any in displaying a punch bowl sign was therefore declaring its political alliance or allegiance.
It's haunted by two ghosts. The first dating from when the building was used as a brothel, again. It's of a woman who was strangled to death by one of her clients. And she can be seen roaming around in there, bless her.
Wow.
The second is of the landlord who died in the pub fire years later. The cellar floors were lowered and a glowing orb was seen moving around the bar area as though the landlord's, as if it like the landlord's head.
He's supposed to have been seen down there, hasn't he?
Yeah, so he hangs about there, there's landlord, and then there's the
There's just a little bit of writing on here,
poor
perhaps.
woman that were murdered
Yeah.
by one of the clients.
I'll just show you over here, guys. I think there's 3 ghosts here, it says.
Oh, I haven't got two.
Uh,
Somebody's died since then.
oh, I'll best leave light on so you can see it, actually.
Yeah, brothel. She were beaten to death, refusing the patrons' advances. A ghost can still be seen heard screaming and running down the stairs, rooms, trying to escape. Another one, yeah, is the famous landlord, well, the former landlord, who was killed in a fire, and he's often seen walking around in the steps. But like I said, when he burnt to death, there were the glow, but it was like the sea's head floating about. And then there's a ghost of the Grey Lady who was believed to have committed suicide after her lover cheated on her, and she's said to roam the pub looking for unfaithful men.
Oh.
Bumble! Who said that?
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, can you see that tiling in that building? I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, what have we done? Oh, thank you for 500 stars. Sorry, I didn't see that. Martin, thank you so much, Martin. I hope you're feeling better.
Is Martin out of hospital yet?
I don't know. Are you out of hospital, Martin?
We wish you well, Martin.
We do. Hope you get better soon. Speedy recovery.
At least you've got our beautiful faces to keep you company tonight, guys.
Well, we haven't showed them our faces tonight.
We have,
much,
but
have
we
we?
went through, we can't show them again now.
We're like drowned rats, aren't we?
Yeah.
We can't
We've
frighten
hit River
you.
Ouse, we look like rats.
We'll just come out of there, haven't we?
What's that one? There you go, Hornby's Passage.
Hornby's Passage. I think that's a private residence. Is that
Yeah,
like
but you can't.
Never look.
It is, it leads up to the flats now. Above.
I don't know if you
But
can
look
see
at
that.
the beams again. Original.
Yeah.
All original features. Stonegate.
Mm,
I wonder if they open that joint. Well, it is.
it's on a keypad, isn't it? Yep, so that's that Christmas shop again that we showed you earlier.
Right, let's do Shambles and then.
Yeah, shall we make us way back down?
Yeah.
Shall we turn right down this one?
Yeah, down Little Stonegate. It's a bit quiet up near the old Star Inn where the little cats were in the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah, so say it was home to the pub. It was home to the book publishers in Stonegate. Are we all enjoying it? No, going to be home on Monday. Oh, I hope you.
Fingers
hope you-
crossed.
Fingers
you
crossed.
are,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you ever so much for all your
Everybody
stars.
for your stars.
Yeah, we do appreciate them so
Can
much.
somebody send us a few towels, please? Or hairdryer maybe or something.
A body
'Cause my
dryer.
long locks are wet through.
Long locks. Good job you haven't got long locks, isn't it? Bev. Oh dear. Yeah, thanks.
Excuse the music again, guys.
Watch.
There's a few people staggering about.
Yeah.
Then we've got Turtle Bay to the right.
Oh, that looks
That's
nice,
the
doesn't it?
lively place.
Venue. Looks nice.
Don't even look at Browns on Back Swinegate. Why do they always put, think Valentine's Day, to flog the bras and knickers? You know what I mean? Where's the chip butties?
Your chip butties. You're your chip
I mean,
butties.
what's that about? Naked women in a bleeding zebra? I don't get it, mate.
Should we cut through there, Bev? Because that'll take us down to near the Horn Pot Lane. Yeah, down towards Market Square again, then we can cut through to Shambles, can't we? Down a Ginnell. So apparently the Ginnells were actually Roman. They're, yeah, Snickleways. They're actually Roman.
You can imagine people, robbers, hanging around these.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, a lot of activity down these, weren't there? Yeah, all sorts. Yeah.
There's also people that were always asleep in these kind of little cities.
Yeah,
A lot of murders as well.
yeah. So we're going to head towards Shambles, guys. We'll take you back down there, down towards Coppergate Viking Centre. Because it is, what time is it now? It's nearly 11:30, Bev.
I know, you know what?
So Roman Bath again. So we'll go through to Shambles.
So we're
back
going
home.
back to where his
Yeah,
cars are now.
yeah. So we're going to
my
take you.
back won't take much
No,
longer.
my back's aching a bit now.
I think I've done well not coughing, to be honest.
You have done well, actually. Yeah, you feel all right.
Your back is...
Oh, can you see that little teepee behind there?
That's what I said.
That's
Got a point in it, it's got Vikings, isn't it?
all
Other
right.
people doing things and they are making
Yeah.
things and stuff.
It started yesterday, didn't it? It's Viking Week, Viking Village. So they'll have reenactments, mate. So if you want to come down to York, I think it's on
It's
for...
going to be alright going there, you know,
It
for a
would,
weekend.
wouldn't it? It's on for the full week, so I believe. So they have like they all get dressed up, don't they? Reenactments, and they all come through village, through city, don't they?
Yeah.
Dressed up. It's quite frightening, isn't it, when you see them because they're quite serious.
If you're coming to York and you want to attend the Vikings or Porthouse City, I advise you to come early, guys, because parking, or go to the park and ride.
Yeah.
I think it costs £6 return. It drops you off near.
Look at that! See that? Oh, that rat!
Yeah, big thing.
Oh.
That one, the spirit rat.
Oh no, that were a real rat.
We look like wet rats.
Yeah,
Attracting them.
that's it.
As I was saying, oh, that's the building I was talking about.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It used to be originally two houses. One side's 14th century and
Yeah,
other one's
it is.
17th, is it?
It's not much older.
Yeah.
Stunning inside. Rock walls, wonky.
Yeah. Can you see that, everybody? Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you come to York Park and Ride, it's easy enough to find, guys.
Cut through to
I
Shambles.
think it's £6 return. It drops you off at Clifford Tower. Where it drops you off, you get on at the same stop to go back to your car.
Yeah.
So I'd advise you to use that because it's like 12-15 quid parking
I
for
think
so many hours. in
last
York.
time I
Last
parked, it was 16 quid for the day.
Absolutely.
So I always use Park and Ride now. I won't come to York and park in the centre because,
So Park and Ride, and it's a nice bus journey, to be honest. It's quick.
yeah. Yeah, it's about 15-20 minutes, isn't it?
There's Mad Alice this around here somewhere.
Oh, what?
Mad Alice alleyways around here somewhere.
Oh, it's at top into on Petergate, I think. But it's just a bit further up. I've seen that pub down there, Valhalla.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be like a Viking. I've never been in it.
you can only go in if you've got a beard. Mind you, they might let you in here.
Trying to say like I need a shave.
Right, you can show 'em the little shambles. Here we go.
So we're coming through now from the market square onto the Shambles. And do you know what? This is such a rare sight to see nobody at all
Look at that.
on the Shambles. We've got it all to ourselves, guys. You'll never ever see that at all through the day, ever.
No.
So
As a matter of fact, I think there were people on it last week, but last time we came.
yeah, yeah. So this is where Margaret Clitheroe is supposed to have had her house. Was it number 9, weren't it? She was married to the butcher. Like I say, she was martyred. But a actual butcher shop was further down, which is now a shrine. You can actually go and visit through the day.
And believe it or not, even when it's absolutely packed on the shambles,
Bustling.
you go in there and it's very, very peaceful and you can't hear anything. It's an amazing
It's
place.
serene, isn't it? It's surreal. It's just like you can't believe you're in the middle of York.
So as we're going now, guys, we mentioned this briefly last time. The shelves on the outside of the shop, so that all these original buildings, this used to be where all the butchers used to have the shops. And these wide shelves were where they'd put all the meat. They're slightly tipped, so that all the blood would pour off into these little gullyways at the side here. And it would go right down. They'd also be throwing the buckets of urine and number twos out
Rubbish.
of the windows above. Anything they'd be throwing out, it would all go down. So you can imagine the smell of this street would not be Chanel. There is a spirit of somebody on an old bike that I've seen on here late on a night when it's quiet like this, and it's a man, and he's seen to fall off his bike, and then all of a sudden he disappears.
So it dates back to 1400s, the Shambles, the street of Shambles. So, and like I say, the houses were built close together to protect the meat.
And if you can imagine, guys, when you're coming down here with big horse and carts, it's not very wide, and you'd have all sorts of people working, passing by, begging and everything. A lot of people were injured or killed.
Yeah, a lot of people did run out into roads
That's
and things.
the Margaret Clitheroe's.
Yeah, shrine. This is where her husband had the butcher shop, and this is the shrine. I'm not zoomed in, am I? No. It's just because the streets are that narrow that you're quite close up. Just show you, for those that didn't see it last time.
It's well worth going into, guys, if you've got time.
She was martyred in York, March 25th, 1586.
And there you go, there's another famous cat. There's one.
Oh, part of the cat trail.
So there's one above the 3 tons, there's another one there. Look.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. I think some on Stonegate as well, isn't
They're all over. You've just got to walk with your head up.
there? You do.
There
You
you go,
won't
it's high.
you can know coming through today because you just bang into people, won't you? With your head up on,
Excuse me.
Looking up.
Sorry.
at 90 degrees all the time,
And
won't you?
also the famous ghost shop where you can buy one-off made ghosts is further up on Shambles on your right.
Ghost merchants, yeah.
Yeah, the Ghost Merchants, that's really famous. The Alchemist, Society Alchemist. Buy candles, lots of weird things in there, but beautiful stuff.
Do you want to go to that little street just so we sniff it way, yeah?
Mad Alice.
No,
We passed out there.
no, just down here.
I'm on about Mad Alice's alleyway.
Oh, that's at top. That's up at Stonegate. That's right up.
Right, so briefly let me tell you about Mad Alice. So Mad Alice were a young woman who were married. A husband used to beat her, and he was really nasty to her. And he'd beat her a lot. Then one night after drinking, she actually murdered him. And there is a snicket way up there, which up at the top where she's actually seen a spirit scene, but she were actually taken, and it was judged that she was deemed to be insane for murdering her husband, and she was hung. But she was actually seen up there, upset, can't console her.
Right, so we're just going down this last snicket way down at the bottom at Shambles. I'll just show you this old little building here. And it's the shortest street in York. And some of you will know its name. Some of you will have heard it before. I'll show you.
Is this the with my woman?
Yeah! I'll go and ask them it live to see.
They probably haven't heard me.
Oh. Yeah, so it's the shortest street in York. Oh, we've got a burger van here, Bev. You want a burger?
Got you back.
Yeah. Yeah, they have, actually. So,
There you go.
this is the street. So this is where it starts here. So this is the street. And that's where it ends, where bikes are.
And it's called
Whitmer Gate. I'm assuming, so you can just see that.
Can I see it?
Shortest street in York.
Known in 1505 as what's that? Watner Gate, meaning Water Street. It was changed later into the present name of Whitmer Gate. It was paved in York stone by the Civic Trust in 1984.
Yeah, so I'll just show you that, guys. Whitmer Gate. Oh, I am still zoomed in from that one. Whitmer Gate. Yep. Down there's Fossgate. That was quite the slum area at the time, back in the day. There's River Foss, and you've got the Adventurers Merchant Hall as well, haven't you? And that's the church back in the... You can see the tower at the top there.
Yeah, so that church, what you can see behind the Marks and Spencer's HGV wagon trying to reverse on the pavement. Is it here? Let's just do this.
Rach says that's where the live ends now, Chick Butty.
Let's just... This is how not to reverse an HGV wagon for Marks and Spencer's. We'll just go into Betfred's doorway. Sing amongst yourselves, guys. Sing amongst yourselves.
Things we can't get by him yet, can we?
No, we can't get by. You can actually see the top of the church there. And I've got a little story to tell you about that. Take your time, mate, you know. You seen how wet we are? Have you seen how wet we are? Do you want me to do it for you, love? I can reverse that. No problem. No problem.
Come on, babe.
It's got to sort these people out, innit? You know what I mean? How many people does it take to reverse an HGV wagon? One on there, him driving, him there. And look at Q. Yeah, here we go. Wow. Needs to get another job, him, selling kebabs. Wicked chippy, mate. So that's bottom of the shambles. Did you tell them about that's the Lord of Northumberland? So that's where he, yeah, that's where he's seen walking about looking for his head. So this church in front of us, there has been seen on many occasions a spirit. Let's just stand here and we can just go through bits there near please. There has been seen the spirits of a woman dressed in black, clearly attending some sort of funeral, and a little boy is with her who's dressed smartly, and she's trying to console him. They are seen sat on the pews in there. Anybody tries to go near, they just disappear, but they are seen quite often in that church. Then here we are outside, briefly, the famous Golden Fleece, which we mentioned quite a bit about that. I think there's 15 ghosts in there that haunts the place, and Lady Peckett Yard. So Lady Peckett is the Lord Marriott's wife. She haunts there. There's a man in the back room seen in, well, a soldier in red. He wears red military clothing and he's holding a pistol. He's called One-Eyed Jack. There's one of a young boy who's seen in front. There's the Canadian soldier who, who was stationed here, wasn't there?
From Canadian Airmen,
yeah. And I think they had something to do with what do you call them planes?
Lancaster
I
bombers.
think some of them flew Lancaster bombers, to be honest. Yeah. I think he were on merrily drinking one night with his pals, and he ended up falling out of the second floor window.
He got a letter from home from his wife that she'd met somebody else.
Oh yeah.
They don't know whether he was pushed.
Whether he's pushed or whether he committed suicide after reading the letter. So this is one of the most famous streets where they actually take pictures of.
This was the home, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's where they lived on left. I love this place, mate. They need to let us go in that building, you know. That's back of the gin bar, isn't it? York Gin. Yeah. Further up the road is the pub, the Three Tons, and that's on the left, but we won't be going up to that. We'll be turning before that because we're going back to the car now. That's got... and it's been seen spirits, apparition of an old man in there. He sits smoking at the table as you walk in. He's in corner, yeah, and he's been seen a lot of times.
And above there, there's like a little hatch, and apparently we can hear bangings.
Yeah.
That hatch, but you can't actually get in.
Which is the pub, and I think it's up near Micklegate Bar. I can't remember the name of it. So the spirit of the landlord that roams in there, but there's also a coffin gate. So when people were dying or died, they never took the bodies through the front door because it was said to be very bad luck. So there's it's called a coffin gate, and they used to take them out the side way Yeah. Look how quiet it is, or are we going to speak to some guys?
There's Adventurers Merchants Hall down there. I'm not going that way. That's an old building. It's worth going to visit as well.
We're not going today.
No. Can't walk him on the back.
Because I can't feel my legs no more.
No.
And my back is saying, what you doing, idiot? That's what I need. I need one of them. We need one of them.
We need them scooters.
We need a double one. You know, like you have in
Yeah,
Benidorm. We need one of them, me and you riding round doing ghost hunting,
You
York.
can be mad.
Thanks for that. Who are you going to be? You can be hairdresser.
Yeah, he's good him. I like him.
You think you're funny, don't you?
That was hilarious. Because you don't know buttons.
So there you can see, that's the church with the woman dressed in black and the young boy seen quite often in that one. How stunning is that? I love that. It's like being at Christmas, look. Every time we come, it's like Christmas time. You've always got to have some screamers, haven't you? And they're not fireworks either. Goodness me.
So when we were down to Coppergate here, it was excavated in the 1970s. And that's when they found the Roman village, which is now the Jorvik Viking Centre. But when they did the excavations, apparently it hyped a lot of poltergeist activity in a few of these shops down here, didn't it?
Yep.
The Viking village dates back from 860 something, I believe.
One of the well-known, I mean, quite a lot of them have poltergeist activity, obviously, because they say if you disturb something,
Yeah.
then you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
And I know that's a fact because that's happened to my brothers next door. Woke a few up. The Body Shop is well known for poltergeist activity. Staff will not stop in there overnight. Things get moved about, thrown about, etc., etc. Matter of fact, let's ask it to throw something at us. Come on, let's move something. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Screen grabs, guys.
Yeah, can you get screen grabs, guys? See if we can see out in there.
I don't know if it's too dark, but
Well, I can see in there, surely.
I don't know
They
what
can
it's
see in there.
like. Is it showing all right on there?
Yeah, look.
Yeah. Why?
See if we can see any activity in there or pick up any spirits. That'd be good. But yeah, staff won't stop in there. There's a few shoe shops as well, isn't there? It throws out shoes about.
Boxes and so.
It's always below ground as well, and that's where it was dug and they found the...
St Mary's Square.
yeah, with all the gravestones. Here's the Jorvik Viking Centre. And they do reenactments. They get dressed up, so when you're coming in, you're queuing up, you've got a Viking taking your tickets, believe it or not.
It's bizarre. It's just like you step back in time, isn't it?
Yeah, you go on those little, it's like little cart things, innit? And,
Yeah.
and you can smell different smells, obviously. I don't want to be smelling 20 centimetre turd.
They've got the noise, the smells,
Yeah.
the sensory, the hearing of it all.
It's fabulous.
People talking. And
I'm telling you, those tickets,
they are worth it if you do a few.
£59, I think it is. It is worth buying. It'll save you quite a bit of money, guys. Even if it's 2 a year, you're talking 118, but it's worth every penny.
You can go up to a year as well, can't you? For...
And if you can afford a pizza in that Pizza Express, you can afford 2 tickets. So yeah, we're back up at St Mary's, which is there. Look how beautiful that looks with all them lights up there.
It's nice, isn't it? Little...
I think that's a spirit in a sheepskin coat, that. I don't think she's real. But it is beautiful. Do you know, if it were dry, I'd be sitting on that bench. I don't like this now. I can't walk. No, I'm all right for now. Well, guys, yet again, it is not far off midnight. I hope you've enjoyed our little walk through York. Once again, we're back at Fairfax House, the back of it, which again is a stunning building. Do you know? 40 pence to go to a toilet here. How can they charge people 40p to have a pee? 40 pence for a wee, guys. What's the wheel coming to? Eh? Anyway, you can see over there the courthouses, our beautiful Clifford Tower, which was built by William the Conqueror. He also built another one at the other side of the river. That's got lots of history. They actually, somebody that, they hung somebody over there, they hung them, I can't remember his name. And that's where the Jewish people didn't want to, they actually committed mass suicide rather than give themselves up.
Wanted them to change the religion, didn't they? And
Yeah.
refused.
There is ghosts that I've seen, spirits that I've seen at the windows. You can actually go in there visiting, guys. You can actually go on top, you know.
Yeah.
You can walk on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the old courthouses over there. I don't know whether you can hear, I don't know whether the high-pitched noise is going to be, because I can't hear it. I'm over 25, I'm 26. What about you? Can you hear it, Kate? So if you joined us last time, you remember the high-pitched noise that we could hear, and that's to deter young people from doing sexual things on that hill. So,
this is where we say goodnight. So we hope you've enjoyed it, everybody.
let's have a turn.
Yes, let's have a flick round. I don't know why it's...
Oh, we're there.
Oh, we're there.
I'm here,
We're here.
wet. Look, no hedgehog hair.
It's flat. So thanks for
Don't
joining
push your
us.
little love flat.
Thanks for joining us, guys, on this tour around. Hope you've enjoyed it. So the team now is out 5 nights a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They do a lot more extras on supporters. So if you're not a supporter, it's £3.49 a month.
It's so worth every
Oh,
penny.
absolutely. They're out all day, aren't they? Like, it's just...
Yeah, they're exploring, they go everywhere, and you know, they find some fabulous stuff. Some of them, it's like watching French and Saunders, to be honest, a comedy sketch, but the historical stuff they find out, the places they visit, they look for new pins for the team to go to. It's amazing, guys. You're missing out for just £3.49.
Yeah, definitely.
And the team's going out on Tuesday and Thursday, other than the boss, which she's not supposedly allowed, although she snuck it one in last Thursday. So it's just team members that'll be going out around different places. Me and Kate's got somewhere else to go soon, which is not a big place, but very, very interesting with history. If we do come back to York, and we do decide to come back during the day, that will be, I'm sorry, it'll be on supporters. We will be going into the Minster. We'll be going everywhere we can. It won't keep us out anywhere.
Yeah.
So, come on, guys. £3.49
It's less than the price of a coffee,
per month,
isn't it?
in even £1 a week.
Yeah.
Do we not deserve £1 a week, guys? £1
Getting drenched.
for getting drenched and looking like a rat.
Yeah, no, it is good. So if you do want to become a supporter, if you hit the button at the left-hand side, it's got the button with the shield in it. Once you do subscribe, if you could inbox the main page and let them know that you've joined, and then they can give you access, because we don't just have supporters, we have like a friendship page, healthy eating page and things like that you can join, and it is really, really worth it, like I say. So, right then, guys. So,
We hope you've enjoyed tonight
yeah.
as much as we have. The history. I'm sorry nobody came to actually speak with us. We did try, but only briefly. There's just so much history to talk about and paranormal activity. So stay safe, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for your stars.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys, for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Whatever you're doing, enjoy.
Yeah.
The team are out tomorrow night, though.
yeah. Make sure you tune in 9:30.
Take care, guys.
Good night. God bless.
Bye.
Bye.